cave there?
Fildgor is at Skuldafn, with the crown of Freydis and the body of Queen Nirnhild. For what purpose?
The Orcthane plans to use them at the Dragon Shrine, to usurp my father's throne.
A necromantic ritual, perhaps?
The crown is a powerful artifact. I shudder to think what the Orcthane can accomplish with it.
I don't like the idea of that bastard using our fabled crown. And I hate that he has our beloved queen's body.
Father, you honor us. I'm glad to see you up and around.
My brother seeks to pull my sister's soul from Sovngarde. The crown of Freydis will see the soul, not the man.
It's good to see you well, Yoren. We've been discussing how to approach Skuldafn.
Yes. We discuss and we strategize while Fildgor digs in and strengthens his defenses.
So, have we come to any conclusions?
The Stormfists have fortified the primary path to the Dragon Shrine. A frontal assault would take time that we may not have.
Time is a luxury we don't possess. If Fildgor completes this ritual, all is lost.
That's why you wanted to see those scouting reports. You think there's another way into Skuldafn?
There's always another way. Champion, may we speak?
Yeah, absolutely. What's up, my dude?
Well met, my courageous friend. The time of our victory is at hand.
You wanted to speak with me?
Yes, thank you for all you've done, but your skills are needed again. Our troops will begin the assault on Skuldafn, but we need a faster approach to reach Fildgor.
The General mentioned scouting reports?
Yes, we have several of our best scouts searching the area. Thane Mira found something in the hills north of here. Those dragon shrines are rife with passages and secret entrances.
And that's where I come in.
Good. Make sure the way is clear for our assault. Speak to General Noramil. He's been coordinating our effort to scout the area for another way in. The Ebonheart Pact stands together to defeat the Orcthane.
Send for
Over
me
here, champion.
if you need me, sire.
The time has come to crush Fildgor and the Stormfist Brigade, once and for all.
King Joran suggested I talk to you?
Ah, yes, the scouting reports. He wants you to sneak into Skuldafn while we distract the bulk of the Orcthane's army. Skuldafn is special to the Nords. Yoren always planned to hold the moot there, but then Fildgor moved in.
Why did Fildgor take control of Skuldafn?
We think Fildgor wants to use the Dragon Shrine to steal Queen Nirnhild's soul, and force the crown of Freydis to recognize him as the true ruler of Skyrim. Meet Scout Snowhunter to the north and east. He'll show you how to reach Skuldafn.
Go look for the scout. A sneak peek. Still more things to do down here. This must be Skuldafn. Yeah, it is. Okay. Where I gotta go. Oh, I thought I was more awake than I am. So sleepy.
We can use this.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Show me your swing. Put your arm into it.
very good shelter. There's like no door on it.
You came from Yoren's stand? Did the general send you?
Yeah, General Normill sent me.
Excellent. We're holding things down as best we can here, but we need to move quickly. I fear the usurper is close to achieving his goal. I'm glad you're here. We were worried we'd missed our opportunity. The other scouts report that Fildgor's flank is undefended.
How do we use that to our fair advantage?
Go talk to Thane Mera. She led a small team up through this pass and into Skuldafn. We need to find a way to get the rest of the soldiers through the pass without drawing the attention of the Stormfists.
We'll meet up with her.
Skuldafn is extremely defensible. It won't be easy to get our army up there. Still, Fildgor the Exile won't wait for us to get into position. He has his own timetable to keep, I'm sure. Good luck up there.
Understand. Thanks. Drop them into that quest. Thank you. No map on the tunnels. That's where you... Over here? Nope. Okay. Just checking. Hey, everybody.
No fighting or spitting. Got it?
You're boring.
Stay low. The Stormfists don't know we're here yet, and I want to keep it that way.
Going to hide.
We're waiting for King Yoren and his troops to arrive, but Fildgor has his own agenda. He's moving fast, and I don't think the army is going to show up in time. But I've got a few ideas on how to slow him down.
What's your plan?
Fire. Nothing causes more chaos than a raging fire. Scares even the most dim-witted, hard-headed Nords. The carts the Stormfists brought are full of weapons, food, and other gear. Set them ablaze and start a panic. That should slow them down a bit.
And what should I do?
Light the signal fire. That's the sign the King's troops are waiting for before they make their final push up the mountain. That said, I still don't think they'll make it in time. You need to reach Fildgor and slow him down. Good luck.
What is it?
Where's it still from? On stepping lightly, dotting the landscape of Skyrim and ancient Nord ruins are a testament to the ingenuity of the Nord people of the past. When constructing the final resting places for the noble class, Our ancestors proved to be quite crafty, developing some of the most sophisticated and clever defenses I have ever encountered. Coupled with the presence of the fearsome Draugr, these tombs have become quite a challenge for me. The most often overlooked obstacles are the abundance of traps spread throughout the tombs, ranging from simple tripwire activating rock falls to complex pressure plate triggered dart traps. The ancient Nords utilized these devices abundantly. Most of the traps can be bypassed by simply looking for the trigger mechanism and avoiding them. Since they are most often placed in areas where distractions abound, remember to keep your eyes to the floor. One of the keys to surviving in a Nord ruin is the use of these traps to gain an upper hand against any denizens occupying the ruin. In many cases, it's trivial to lure them across the triggering mechanism. Try this when you find an oil trap. Using a bow, lure your victim into the oil and then loose an arrow at the fire pot hanging above. The moment the fire pot shatters, the entire pool of oil ignites and engulfs the enemy in a hot death. Just be certain that you're standing clear of the oil, or else this trick could end your expedition earlier than you planned. Perhaps one of the most amazing engineering marvels of all has little to do with the traps designed to kill. Utilizing all manner to pull chains, levers, and switches and pressure plates, some of the most frustrating obstacles can occur in the form of puzzles that threaten to block your progress. Watch for the telltale signs of these barriers. Groups of levers in a single place, rotating pillars with carvings on all faces, and even a large array of pressure plates covering the floor of a room. In most cases, the puzzles require experimentation to solve. In others, the solution might actually be found elsewhere in the complex. It's recommended to keep a writing implement and a journal handy so that you can always take notes about whatever you find. You never know when you might need to refer to something from somewhere else in the complex. Although Nord ruins are commonly infested with vermin, including skeevers and spiders, these creatures pale in comparison to the mighty Draugr. These horrific animated dead are commonly found as guardians in most of the tombs, and they defend them mercilessly. Since the Draugr tend to lay dormant until someone happens upon their resting place, it's advisable to keep an eye out for niches and sarcophagi. These undead animate rapidly and silently, though also back. Any remains you can pass could suddenly animate and set upon you without warning. The perils of a new Nord ruin are not without reward. The burial chambers in some of the larger complexes contain all manners of riches, from gold to the occasional enchanted weapon or armor. Never ignore the ceremonial urns that dot the ruins, as they are often filled with ancient offerings of great value. I've tried to be comprehensive with what I know of the Nord ruins, but I'm sure there are dangers lurking within that will prove to be unique and never before seen. Just be sure to always enter these tombs with plenty of equipment and a good, solid weapon by your side. With a bit of patience, a keen eye, and a light step, a Nord ruin can bring you great wealth if you follow my advice. Otherwise, you risk becoming a permanent resident, like many of those who tried to loot the place before. Path. I'm not really trying to be sneaky, though.
Someday you'll make something surprising with that. Another chance at perfection.
Unless there was more oil traps along the way, but I guess not. They hadn't been. In my mind's eye, I saw like 100 of them. Oh, they were down here.
We can use this.
Need help over here.
get down there?
That was intellectually stimulating.
How do I get down there?
Any more? I need some tea. Hostilities ended. Now to relax.
Not the mead. I've like pretty much defeated the entire Stormfist army. You guys are welcome. Stormfist to build this giant bonfire here.
Any more? I need some tea.
It's a cold maybe. A little bad for interrupting you mid casting, but hey, my lady.
I can sense Yoren's troops coming up the mountain, but they will be too late. I am sorry, but this all falls to you. You are the only one who can reach Filgor in time.
Where can I find him?
Filgor has forced his way into Sovngarde. He is close to accomplishing his goal. Soon he shall steal my essence and convince the crown of Freydis to accept him. Please, you must stop him.
Yep, you bet.
Filgor opened a bridge between this world and Sovngarde. His royal blood grants him access to the hallowed halls of our ancestors, no matter what foul atrocities he has performed. Even now, he works his dark magic there, siphoning off my soul.
How do I get into Sovngarde?
The Watcher at the bridge guards the entrance. I will speak on your behalf, and you shall be able to enter Sovngarde as my champion. When you reach the peak, step into the column of light. The rest is up to you.
Alright. I'll enter Sovngarde and stop Filgor. Oh, I think I was going in the right. Double damn it. Sorry, lady. You saw nothing. I totally did not get confused. I did. So confused. Okay. Hold back. Oh. Hold on. Alright, hold back Doran's forces. I don't need much time. Simply hold your positions. You have the advantage here. Doran and the so-called Pact have no choice but to make a frontal assault. We can hold them back indefinitely should they try. By the time Yoren gets his army past the front line,
Good to settle my old bones for a bit.
Gosh, I will be the rightful ruler of this land, and Sovngarde itself will punish my brother. My redemption will become a legend beyond what Yoren could have ever imagined, and those of you who fight here for me will be honored heroes. There you are. Sleeping on the drum, mother. Guess that was really quite rude of me to interrupt your nap. But okay. A little detour. feels familiar. Did we do this in Skyrim?
You've been a thorn in my side for too long. Come then, interloper. Come and die. You will not be denied. Spirits of Sovngarde, answer the call of the rightful king of Skyrim. No, it can't end like this. And I can't be defeated. Not again. You beat me. I lose to my cursed brother. Again. Perhaps he is the better ruler. Regardless, in front of my ancestors and my sister, I am undone. Do what you will with me.
You surrender?
What choice do I have? Even with Sovngarde's power to aid me, I lost. The crown of Freydis rejects me. The thorn in my side became my undoing. You've won. What will you do with me now?
Not my place to judge. Yoren the Skald King will decide your fate.
I will bring the crown of Freydis to my brother. Don't worry. I give you my word that this is finished.
Fildgor has departed this place, and the spirits return to their eternal sleep. Tell me what happened here.
I spared Filgor's life. It's up to Yoren to decide.
Honorable, but perhaps misguided. You should have just killed him and been done with it. Forgive me. My detachment from life has given me a cold view of things. You should speak with Yoren, and make sure that Fildgor pays for his crimes.
And you? Will you be alright?
Your concern is appreciated. But in case you have forgotten, I am dead. You have already done more for me than I ever expected. I return to Sovngarde now. I will welcome my brother when he joins me. With luck, I shall see you there one day as well.
Body is well preserved for being dead. Just saying. Let's get out of here. I don't think there's anything to see though, right? Hold on.
This is the end of the bridge. Beyond lies Sovngarde, the realm of the honored dead. It is not a place for the living. Turn back.
That's how I remember it in Skyrim. That's fine. Dude, could you walk any slower? I managed to pillage through the area.
The Stormfists were panicked by the raging fires. We cut through the ranks as quickly as we could, but I'm afraid we were too late. Tell me, my sister.
Your sister spirit and the crown are safe. Filgor awaits her judgment.
I almost wish Filgor had not survived his encounter with you. Now I must deal with my own brother. And there's only one possible punishment for treason.
Filgor brought this on himself, King Yoren.
True. but I find no joy in ending my own brother's life. Move back and let me get this damnable duty over with. Brother, why did it come to this?
I was wrong, brother. Please spare me. I am capable of helping you.
No, brother. I know all too well what you're capable of. The king's judgment stands. May the spirits forgive you, Filtgore, for I have not. Esteemed allies, I stand before my ancestors at this holy dragon shrine to seal our pact for the greater good.
I stand on this mountain to proclaim how far the Argonians have come from the swamps of Black Marsh. In the name of my people, I add my voice to form this Ebonheart Pact.
I represent the Dunmer and the Tribunal. I stand on this frigid rock to affirm our place in the Ebonheart Pact. I fervently hope we can move this along, because it's freezing up here.
The Nords offer the crown of Freydis. This symbol of power and wisdom provides the pact with the strength and authority of our Nord ancestors.
The Dunmer offer the Judgment of Veloth, an artifact of ancient magic. This provides the pact with our skills and the blessing of the Tribunal.
The Argonians offer the Nemic Egg, sacred symbol of birth and life, thus granting our wisdom and the memories of the Hist to the pact. With these offerings, the pact is sealed. Let our nations become one.
Further, the Dunmer call for a single leader to hold this pact together. We believe Skald King Yoren is the one to lead us.
Let our enemies tremble at our combined might. I accept the role of High King of the Ebonheart Pact. We have much to discuss here. Please, champion, return to Joran's stand and tell my son what has transpired here.
Oakley dokley. They walk the entire way. You guys are so rude. So... Danger. Oh. Oh, was it? Got a little scary for a second. Oh no. Sander. We're fine.
Quality material makes for quality goods. Distasteful.
Your false leader is dead. So sorry.
Extraordinary. Astounding. Congratulations. Welcome back, champion. What news do you bring from the peaks of lonely Skuldafen?
Filgor is dead, and the Ebonheart Pact is sealed.
Filgor's dead. As it should be. I mourn with my father, though. You've been by his side and have persevered when others would have faltered. From now on, you shall be known as the High King's Arrow, for you lead the way, and always strike true.
King's Arrow. I have some news you might find interesting.
Oh, I thought he was talking. Prince, I'm like, I just got the name. What's up?
I'm glad to see that business at Skuldafen's dealt with, but a soldier's duty is never done. The Rift needs your help.
What happened?
We've had an urgent message from Shorestone. They're under attack by Reachmen. Their numbers and ferocity are beyond anything the defenders have seen before.
What can be done?
Reinforcements are on the way, but the King's Arrow would be a boon to the defenders. Vigrad Wraithbane, leader of the Companions, directs the defense of Shorestone. He needs you.
I'll travel to the rift and find him. Alright. So that marks our next zone. We still gotta finish here. I still have to make my way down to these two tombs. And there's a door down here, it looks like, that I need to grab. There's a dungeon down here. It doesn't look like it's a... Nope, it's a group dungeon. And then... this one. Hornhold. Done. So I will probably work on that after we finish the zone here. So 2 more dungeons
Old
to go.
Huring's been spreading tales of how you defeated Milana. Very impressive.
Thank you. On here as well, a quest.
Ugh! Dirt fungus.
I failed that. There it goes.
No harm shall befall you in this place.
Hello?
The balance of the world tilts precariously, and the gates of the dead shiver in anticipation. The Daedric Prince succeeds at his unholy task. This pocket proves that.
What is this place?
We stand upon a rift between the planes. Here the border between the living and dead blurs. I died many years ago, during the Akaviri invasion. Yet here I stand, hoping that help will arrive.
Help?
I long for my daughters to be returned to me. During the war, my husband's mind broke. He murdered our daughters to save them from Akaviri torture, he claimed. He scattered their remains across Eastmarch and left me here alone.
Find your daughters.
You do me great honor. I miss my 3 daughters terribly. I'm not whole without them, but you give me hope.
Do you know where I can find your daughters?
No. All I have is this page from my husband's journal. I can't leave this circle, but perhaps his words will lead you to my daughters?
But I ended it. I buried them all in different places. I made sure they never be together again. The firstborn, Jolene, I laid here to rest in her favorite place to play as a child. I still remember her playing tag with her sisters in that alleyway. She hid behind the strange stones and surprised anyone who walked by. They'd be mad at first, but then they'd see her smile and move on, headed for the sober Nord or Merchant's Row. Such a playful child before. So which each kid I'm gonna find. Let's do this and then we'll pop back over.
Always nice to discover a new smell, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a crypt. Xander. It's a crypt. Promising. The Brothers of Darkness. As the name suggests, the Dark Brotherhood has a history. Shrouded in obfuscation. Their ways are secret to those who are not themselves the Brothers of the Order. Brother is a generic term. Some of the deadliest assassins are female, but they are often called brothers as well. How they continue to exist in shadow could be easily found by those desperate enough to pay for their services, but not the least of the mysteries surrounding them. The Dark Brotherhood sprang from a religious order, the Morag Tong, during the Second Era. The Morag Tong are worshippers of the Daedric spirit Mephala, who encouraged them to commit ritual murders. In their early years, they were disorganized as only obscure cultists could be. There was no one to lead the band, and as a group they dared not murder anybody of any importance. This changed with the rise of the Night Mother. All leaders of the Morag Tong, and then afterward the Dark Brotherhood, have been called the Night Mother. Whether the same woman, if it is even a woman, has commanded the Dark Brotherhood since the Second Era is unknown. What is believed in the original Night Mother developed an important doctrine of the Morag Tong. The belief that, while Mephala does grow stronger with every murder committed in her name, certain murders are better than others. Murders that came from hate please Mephala more than murders committed because of greed. Murders of great men and women please Mephala more than murders of relative unknown. We can approximate the time this belief was adopted with the first known murder committed by the Morag Tong in the year 324 of the Second Era. The potentate was murdered in his palace in what is today the Elsewhere Kingdom of Central. In a brash move, the Night Mother announced the identity of the murderers by painting Morag Tong on the walls of the palace. Previous to that, they existed in relative peace. more or less like a witch's coven, occasionally persecuted but usually ignored. In remarkable synchronicity, at a time when Tamriel the Arena was a fractured land, the Morag was outlawed throughout the continent. Every sovereign gave the cult's elimination his highest priority. Nothing more was officially heard of them for 100 years. More difficult to date the era when the Morag re-emerged as the Dark Brotherhood, especially as other guilds of assassins have sporadically appeared throughout the history of Tamriel. The first mention of the Dark Brotherhood that I have found is from the journals of the Blood Queen, who spoke of slaying her enemies by her own hand, or if necessary, with the help of the Night Mother and her Dark Brotherhood, the secret arsenal my family has employed since my grandfather's time. He wrote this in 2E 412, so one can surmise the Dark Brotherhood had been in existence for at least 360 if her grandfather had truly made use of it. The important distinction between the Dark Brotherhood and the Morag was that the Brotherhood was a business as much as it was a cult. Rulers and wealthy merchants used the order of it as an assassin's guild. The Brotherhood gained the obvious rewards of a profitable enterprise, as well as the secondary benefit that rulers could no longer actively persecute them. They were needed. They were purveyors of an essential commodity. Even an extremely virtuous leader would be unwise to mistreat the Brotherhood. Sorry. Not long after Al-Mahira's journal entry came perhaps the most famous series of executions in the history of the Dark Brotherhood. The Akaviri Emperor and every one of his heirs were murdered on one bloody night in Sun's Dawn in 430. Within a fortnight, the Akaviri potentate crumbled to the delight of its enemies. The Dark Brotherhood has no shortage of business opportunities, and accounting, I have been affirmed, is the Brotherhood's favorite euphemism for an execution. While they are officially considered an unlawful organization in every corner of the Empire, like the Thieves Guild, they are almost as universally tolerated. Funny story, we read a book that took place between it going from Morag to the Dark Brotherhood. Buggy. Oh, you are a really hardy little buggy. Well, let's fix it.
Hostilities ended. Now, to relax.
About to go.
They want to fight, do they?
The Stormcrag family crypt, Ragnar Stormcrag, built a fortune in the latter days of the First Era, establishing the Stormcrags as a powerful and influential family in Eastmarch and beyond. He made his original pile as a prospector, opening a series of profitable mines throughout the mountains. As the Stormcrag fortune and holdings grew, Ragnar invested in related businesses, including shipping, armor, and weapon crafting, baking, and jewelry making. As his long and successful life neared its end, Ragnar began a project to turn one of his mines into a crypt for his family. He didn't live to see the completion of the grand burial chambers, but he was interred in the deepest vault when the crypt was completed by his son, Egmor. The Stormcrag family has produced business moguls, generals, priests, wizards, thanes, and other prominent individuals in every generation. Most were given a place of honor and reverence within the family crypt when their time came. Some lived long lives and died of natural causes. Others fell much too soon, either to illness, accident, or battle. Then there was Sorga Storm. Sorga was a wizard, a member of the Mages Guild, who became obsessed with the accumulation of arcane power. Of arcane power. When study and training failed to provide the power she sought, Sorga began to turn to more desperate measures. Some of these, the rumors reported, involved the Daedra. When the family matriarch at the time, Coralla, heard about the dark path her niece had started down, he was furious. Nords do not deal with Daedra, he proclaimed. But Coralla's efforts to change Sorga's plan fell on deaf ears. Worse, the family began to hear tales of dark magic and murder associated with Sorga. That was all Coralla needed to hear. Coralla disowned Sorga, casting her out of the family, cutting her off from access to the family fortune and errands. He also declared that the family crypt would never hold the body of a Daedra-loving Norn. If the family crypt is off limits to me, then no Stormcrag will ever rest there again. Sorga declared. She placed a curse upon the tomb, making the dead rise, and setting a death knight loose within the silent depth. To this day, the curse remains in place, and no Stormcrags have been interred in the crypt since Sorga was disowned. The sounding horn, penitent Stendar's protection be upon you. Though the apologist of Min bears a heavy burden, his compassion is still a quality to be admired. Listen to the sounding of the horn, see the blades of the just ears, and attend the ministrations of charities. These are his expressions for his atonement. Complete your venerations here in tone. Threefold of the masteries of Stendar. I sound the horde in his name. Threefold of the masters. To complete your venerations here in tone. Threefold are the masteries of Stendar. I sound the horn in his name. May a shield protect me always from harm. Alright.
A divergence point! have an accord.
Legit did not see that chest there until I panned the thing in. Simple lock. Why am I struggling? I'm gonna run out. And in a second. There we go.
Make better choices.
Dancing around. Interruption. I saw the thing behind me, but I thought that was it.
Time for tea, then.
I still love sometimes when you kill them and the animation hasn't quite caught up yet and they go a little wonk wonk. Xander. You're on fire.
Found it!
Down here. What we wanted. Xander, we did it. Alright, up next. Bubbles. On myself there.
Another chance at perfection.
Master's Tomb. No. Alright. We'll tackle this one in the next one.